Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Arrtx, a small business owner, and today I'm setting up my bullet journal for June. As usual, I start with the monthly spread. Here I write out June, but in Norwegian it's pronounced Juni, so it's pretty similar to the English written name, but it's pronounced a bit differently. Also, for this month, I wanted to keep the color theme pretty simple, so I decided to just use 3 colors. It was a pink and 2 different kinds of purple. Since I'm getting married soon, I've been in a pretty, I've been looking at flowers and such, and unfortunately, peonies aren't in season when I'm getting married here in Norway, but I wanted to draw some peonies inspired flowers just to have a nice flowery spread for the summer. As you can see, I use my Arrtx acrylic markers. I got this as a birthday present from my parents in May, and I'm a huge fan already. They are so much fun to draw with. I'm not really an acrylic paint girl. I prefer gouache, but these markers are making it real easy to just bring up your markers and draw something. Like if you want to paint, whether it be gouache or acrylics, you'll have to get your water out, you have to get maybe some paper, all the brushes, all the paint, and I don't have that many colors. I usually blend them myself, so it's a much bigger process than it is with just flipping out these markers. And also they're just really fulfilling to draw with, if that's the right word. They feel so good on paper, and they're really opaque, most colors at least. I think they give like a real good vibe. I haven't had that much time to draw traditionally since I got them, and I thought that this bullet journal spread would be the perfect opportunity to try them out a bit more, and I'm really happy with the results. As you can see, I chose to decorate my spread with these peony-inspired flowers, and as you'll see later on, I don't really decorate it with anything else. I wrote out the text with one of my black Micron pens. And I also drew some stems on the flowers, because I thought they looked a bit weird just floating there. And then I went and tried to outline one of the smaller flowers to see how that would look like, because I thought they looked a bit weird just with the markers. And after I had outlined the 2 first flowers, I figured I liked this look. I thought it looked a lot better, so I decided to just outline everything, also the header, and I'm really happy with this choice. I thought the readability of the text was a lot better afterwards, and it gave it a more cohesive look between the pages and on the page as well, with the smaller headings being just in pen. Yeah, as you can see, I just completed this outlining process on all the flowers on both pages. I have two to-do lists. One is for personal and the other is for my small business. So I can, just focus on what's important to accomplish this month and what I have to do and everything. On this monthly spread, I also put my small business habit tracker, as I like to have it next to the to-do list for my business. I find it a lot more easy to remember crossing everything out and, stay on track. Then on the right side, I put my monthly calendar. This I use to add important dates and important plans. And also I thought it wouldn't be that good to just write the numbers. So I decided to make small blobs with every color and write the numbers on top of it. Because these are acrylic markers, so that's no problem at all. And it looks so good. It's simple and clean, but yet colorful and happy. The next spread is my expenses spread. As with the previous spread, I started with coloring the flowers. I had made a sketch beforehand for everything and every spread, so it would be easy to just color them in and get the layout of the pages as I wanted. When I had filled in the flowers, I started with writing out the header for my personal habit tracker. I keep this on this page because honestly, there's not much economic-wise that's going on in my small business. So this page is more of a personal use for now. Next to the habit tracker, I have my personal expenses tracker. And then on the right side, I have the expenses for my small business. And I also put in if I have any income. This spread is, as usual, inspired by Pigma. I think that it's a really good spread to get like an overview of everything. And since I got a small business here in Norway, it's really my personal economic that is influenced if I don't control my business expenses and incomes. So I need to be on top of it to be sure to be able to, make down payments on my apartment and everything. Also here, I chose to outline the headings. I really like this, and as you might see, I wasn't like, oh, it needs to be exactly perfect and everything. So some places the color goes outside of the lines, and other places the lines include some white. And I think that's fine. It's a part of this design, if I can call it that. Like, yeah, it's flower and it's cute and it's a bit colorful, but the flowers are also whimsical in a way. And as you can see, they're kind of messy. Like they weren't made to be perfect or be realistic. They were made to give some interest to the pages. And yeah, let me try out the Arrtx markers. Over to the next spread is the brain dump. I have to be honest, the last few months I haven't used it that much, But again, because of the wedding getting ever closer, a lot of my free time have been spent on that, and I have a separate notebook for that to keep track of everything I need to remember, so then this spread hasn't been used that much. But I like to include it nonetheless, because it's good to have like a place to dump everything your brain comes up with. Sometimes I use this whole spread and I just cram in a lot of notes. That's why I like to keep the design on this spread very simple, minimalistic, and make it not take up that much space. So as you can see, I only have flowers on the lower part of the pages, and the title is also down there. And I like this. It's a nice and easy page to look at. And I'll have plenty of room to use if I should need it. So, last but not least, my weekly spread. Here I start with writing out week 28. No, sorry, week 23. It's written in Norwegian, so it says uke. And I wanted to just add a little bit beside like week 23, so it wouldn't feel as empty. And I like what I came up with. It's nothing special, nothing big. As everything with this month, it's simple and a bit colorful. And still I only used those 3 colors. As you can see, I kept on with the flowers here. On the left page, I used the flowers to separate my weekdays. And on my right side, I have it separating the page horizontally. As you can see, on the left side, I have all the weekdays, but I also have my personal to-do list for this week. While you see on the right side, I only have my to-do list for my small business. So the top of the page is blank. So my idea was that if I came up with anything important or I needed a small brain dump or anything, then I would have the room above the small business to-do list to write it out. And yeah. I'm getting married in July, so if anything with the wedding has to be done that specific week, I'll just, write it up then. So that's it. This is my setup for June. As you can see from my walkthrough here, I went in and put up lines for the boxes on my expenses spread. I did this off camera, and yeah, I'm really happy with the outcome of this month. If you enjoyed this, I really appreciate a like or a comment. I wish you a great day, and I thank you for watching this. Bye!